Welcome to the Elevate Your Lifts podcast, where we embark on a journey to unlock the secrets of optimal well-being. Join us as we explore the intersection of sports, fitness, health, and longevity, bringing you expert insights, inspiring stories, and actionable tips to elevate your physical and mental vitality. Get ready to kickstart a life of peak performance and lasting wellness.
Welcome to Elevate Your Lift podcast. Today we are talking about training optimization. Jules, you want to start?
Yep. Okay, so my training usually is, it switches up. Usually I do high to low, heavy, like I'll do heavy weight, and then I'll do like a warm-up set. I'll start with my heaviest weight and then work my way down. Because when I start with the heavier weight, I feel like I get a lot more reps. You know what I'm saying? Then
Just because like you're less fatigued kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, instead of like when I would start, light to heavy, because by the time I get to my third or fourth set,
Sure.
I'm not getting as many reps as if I would start it out.
Yeah.
And I just felt, to me, it was way more beneficial. But like sometimes I'll switch it up, like half the workout I'll do pyramid up and then half the workout pyramid down, or sometimes I do either or. Depending.
So what is your goal for that? Are you trying to incorporate it with your bodybuilding or just general fitness?
General fitness, I think, just because, I guess it depends on the person. For me, I just always think just bigger and stronger. So that's like what I go by. And I feel like it's necessary, to get, the most reps out of the heaviest weight you can to build muscle and so forth, so.
What's your take on rep ranges when it comes to hypertrophy versus like strength training?
So rep range, I like the 3/4 rep range, and like usually I'm doing not every set, but mostly every set till failure.
Okay. Even on your compounds? Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm always so scared to take compounds to failure.
Yeah, sometimes I don't, because I know I'll have more reps, but I just don't. So it's not like all the time, but most of the time I try and do like failure.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, I just think it's always good to go hard or go home, really.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's my motto.
What are your numbers? Do you do 6 to 8, 10 to 12? Like what's your...
Yeah, so usually that's the thing. So if I work heavy to light, my rep range for the heavy would be anywhere from like 6 to 8. And then the lighter I go, the more the reps are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if I play it light to heavy, sometimes I might not even get what I want out of that. You know what I'm saying? I might not get the 6 or the 8.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's why I just like working out like that.
Okay.
Personally.
I used to do the typical 3, 8 reps, 12 reps, call it a day, right? And then I felt I was not really getting anywhere fast. It was like a slow progressive thing. So I figured to get optimal, like a warm up with your muscles, joints, ligaments, the whole 9. So I would do 3 sets of 15, a moderate weight where I was not struggling, but it was close to like a working weight. And then the last 2, I would put as much weight as I could for the last 2. And then I would try to do 6. And if I could hit 6 like fairly easy, I would put more weight on to where I could get to 3. And if I still was able to still pull, say, like 4 or 5, I would add more weight until I could only get 3 on my pulls. And then that would be my my workout for that. And I felt like I was progressively getting stronger in that fashion versus doing this typical. So I would almost do the opposite of what you do. And that's usually worked for me. And I would do that for mainly back and chest. Arms would just be general whatever, but for the most part, I would, for like the major muscles, that's what I would do.
Okay.
What about legs?
That would be 20 or more. I wouldn't really do anything.
That's so many reps for anything leg related.
Yeah, but that's what I would. Anything would be like 20 or more, because I feel that's where like legs would get more fatigued and worked, because you use them every day.
True.
So they're used to walking, running, doing
That
whatever.
would be good for me because like I have a problem with my legs getting shredded. Like,
Really?
Yeah, my legs get shredded like very last.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would probably be good for me. That's why I need like high reps with legs all the time.
Yeah, and even like the leg extensions, I'll do 15 regular full extension, and then I would do 5 to 10 quarter, and that's it.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like the only sets that I do partial reps are when I'm doing a drop set. Like I'll have my working sets, so and I usually do like, if it's like an accessory movement like leg extensions, I don't really do a warm-up set for that, because if I'm at my accessories already, like my legs are already warm, right?
Right.
So I'll just go right into my working sets, and so I'll do 3 working sets, and then I'll do my 4th set as a drop set, and then that's when I start doing the partial ranges, because at that point, like, I shouldn't be able to do full rep or full range of motion, because like I should already be completely done, you know?
Yeah. So you do that in all your exercises. The 4th set is usually a drop set.
Not in all the exercises, because like I won't go to failure on certain compounds. What I usually do for my compounds to like push it a little bit more is I start with like 2 to 3 warm-up sets and then work my way up to my working set. Usually there's like 2 or 3 working sets, and then my 4th working set, I would drop the weight back down to like still a challenging weight, but like one that is too easy to be considered a working set, and then I'll up the range. So usually, like, I've been doing this with squats and I've been doing this with overhead presses. And so like overhead press, I'll drop the weight down and then do like 15 to 20 reps. And with squats, I tell myself I'm going to do 15 to 20, but I usually do 15. But, and then all my accessories, if it makes sense, then I'll do those to failure.
What about you? Do any supersets?
I fucking hate supersets.
I love supersets.
Really?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, you love
Yeah.
it? I
The
love
last
Supersets are
time-
great.
Yeah.
The last time I did a superset, I straight up almost died. Like, it
I
was...
like that.
For what though? Like,
I
what were
was,
you doing?
like,
Like supersets for
dying.
arms?
no,
or
it was for leg day.
Oh.
But I
Oh,
think
yeah,
also
legs, yeah,
because...
Oh, that's a little
yeah,
bit- yeah.
I think also because, like, I don't do supersets and I really haven't done them in my training for so long. When I do a workout like that, like,
Yeah.
I wanted to just... I was sore for, like, 3 days
Oh,
after.
yeah. I love supersets.
I think supersets are good at the end.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like that goes along the same
Yeah.
lines as, like, training to failure. It's
Yeah.
like... You're just trying to like deplete yourself at that point, you
But
know.
sometimes, like, if I have a little bit of time, I'll superset everything.
Sure, yeah.
What?
Like if you're trying to like fit it in within
Yeah,
like
if I gotta fit it
40.
in.
Well, that's
And
a time
sometimes
thing.
when I do that, I have a great ass workout. Sometimes it's crazy.
I will say, like the workouts I've had where like I'm on a time crunch, like my pumps have been great because like you're so
Yeah.
focused on getting in and out that like you're just trying to get the most out
Yeah.
of your workout versus like
Yeah.
if you don't have anything going on, you have like 2 hours to like get everything in and out. It's like you'll do good, but like I feel like for me there's like less focus,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, your intensity isn't there too.
Exactly.
You kind of like
Because there's like, when I do that, there's not really too much like mind muscle connection.
Yeah. It's
me.
like more like you have to like think more about having that mind muscle connection. Whereas like if you have that pressure of like, oh, I only have 45
right,
minutes to do
right.
this, you're like, I better
100%,
fucking
yeah.
feel this in my quads, you
Right,
know?
yep.
Mhm.
so. Do you for both? your supersets, do you still do your normal rep ranges, or do you do something that's like an endurance thing where it's like 20, 20, or like something?
At the time, I really don't even worry about like. I mean, yeah, I try and get normal rep ranges, but it's going to be different because you're superset. So you fatigue so much more easier. But you just try and get whatever the fuck you can.
Right, but if you're doing like a superset of like buys and tries,
Right.
so obviously
Well,
you're
buys
doing,
and tries, yeah, is different.
right. That's well in terms, yeah. So, in
yeah,
that
I
aspect,
would do my normal, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, normal sets. or
I would
reps.
say I would do higher reps because like I already know going into a superset that I know I'm gonna fatigue quicker, and so I'm not gonna be able to use my normal weights as I would. So I'd probably change the rep ranges depending on what it is to either like 12 to 15 or 15 to 20, whatever it is that I'm working that day.
do you rest in between also as a superset?
No.
So I know like some people they'll do buy try, take a break, buy try, take a break.
Oh yeah, but not
It's not a crazy break. You're taking like maybe a minute.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a minute.
Sometimes I'll go back and forth, like no break. As soon as I'm done doing tricep,
That sounds insane.
just a bicep, and the bicep to tricep, and bicep to tricep, and then I'm done.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because one's resting technically
Right.
while you're doing the other, so that's
Sure.
technically your
Well,
break.
yeah. If you do like a buy and try, you can do that.
Right.
But if you're doing the same muscle,
Right. Well,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna be spent quick.
I never really do like supersets. I never really do just like the same. I don't do like chest and chest.
Like you want to do complementing
Yeah.
muscle
Right,
groups,
yeah.
you know?
Right. Yeah. So I'll never do just one superset of.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't.
You'll
It's
superset the
I
same
don't do
muscle
push
group.
pull. I don't do push pull. That's why. Except when I do buys and tries.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do the same muscle group. Superset.
That's wild.
Ripping it out.
Yeah.
Like all fucking 4 sets, 5 sets, whatever I'm doing.
Because I do the same as you. Like if I am gonna superset something, like if I'm doing legs, like I do like leg extensions and leg curls together.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm never gonna do like quad and quad.
Yeah. Especially if, like
It's wild.
That sounds intense.
It is.
yeah, like I'll do like I like doing like back and chest as a superset because you can stretch your back while you're doing your chest technically, and then vice versa. So you're getting a nice complementary
Yeah.
back and forth. So it's
Yeah, I'm just like going hard and fucking killing myself.
It's funny you say that though, because the last time I did that superset workout, I was just doing like the same muscle groups, and that's probably why I died, because I did like hack squat and leg press,
That's the
and it's
best.
like
Yeah, just fucking kill yourself right there.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, exactly. Let's go.
Yeah. Like
It's intense. It's wild.
very, very good.
Have you guys ever heard of or messed around with like BFR training?
I don't even know what that is.
So it's something that my coach likes to implement, and it plays around with like rep ranges and rest periods. And so you might have seen me. I don't know. Where like you have
What
the
does that stand
bands,
for?
blood flow
Okay.
restriction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like you
okay.
have the bands
Yeah.
Yeah.
usually on your arms, or like I have them when I use them for quads and hams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like the way that my coach usually sets it up is like the first set is 30 reps, and then 3 consecutive sets of 15 reps, but you only have a 30-second break in between each one. And like,
How you feel about that? Like
I mean,
Is that the same thing as like exclusion training or whatever it's called? Or is like that? Do you really put the straps on to like cut the circulation off?
you're not like cutting the circulation off, you're just restricting it slightly.
Okay. Well,
Because,
focus
like,
more on that.
Yeah, because like it's just forcing all of the blood into whatever
Yeah.
muscle group you're focusing on,
Okay.
but you're not trying to like you're not trying to lose feeling in
Yeah,
your muscle.
I feel like
you
yes.
know?
oh, I didn't mean it like that, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
snug.
I see a lot more females do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's been, I don't know if it's a trend, but like
Yeah. Recently,
I
yeah,
rarely
yeah.
see men do it, but I have seen a few women do it. I mean, I don't know. I do like it. You get a great pump from it,
yeah.
but I don't know if it's worth like I don't know. I don't know if it's worth doing versus just doing like a typical drop set to failure.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. Fact.
I think it's probably good if you're trying to do like muscle growth, though. I think.
Sure, and I feel like it is mainly like bodybuilders that
Yeah.
utilize
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
'Cause I don't know why
Isolating-
else you would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like you're saying, it's a specific bodybuilding thing because like an average
Yeah.
guy, like
Yeah.
I'm like,
Or girl.
Yeah.
or whoever, yeah, yeah. I don't see in terms of like endurance, whatever. Like I don't see
Oh,
it
yeah,
as being like
Right.
optimal.
No.
Yeah, but I can definitely see for muscle if you're trying to increase size in something, like doing that would be,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
But I feel like it's the 30-second rests that are just like, they're just brutal. And I feel like that goes for anything. Like if you have a 30-second rest in between sets, it's like, it's too quickly.
Yeah, what do you usually, your rest is usually between sets?
In general, compounds is usually 2 to 3 minutes. And then for accessory movements, it's usually 60 to 90 seconds. Depends on what I'm doing. What about you? Oh.
Me, I like, I don't know, yeah, I kind of stick between like 60 to 90 during whatever,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't really like resting too long.
I get
You
that.
know why?
Yeah.
Because I don't get a good pump. Like,
That's fair,
I don't get
yeah.
a good pump at
Yeah.
all, and I'm chasing the pump the whole time.
Yeah.
And like when I have to wait, like when we worked out a couple times, and like Bruce was he likes taking it time, and like I just couldn't. yeah, like and like he would sit there, and like I know he's talking to me, so he can get that rest in.
Yeah.
And I just want to get in there and like,
You're
yo,
like,
let's
I'm
get
ready.
it, let's get
Yeah.
it, and like. But the whole workout, I'm like, I have no pump. Like,
Yeah.
this is terrible.
I mean, it's only compounds that I'll wait that 2 to 3 minutes, but like I usually need it because like the whole first minute after I'm done with a squat, I'm like, I can't breathe. Like I need to sit down for a second.
Yeah.
And so it takes me that whole time. But like I agree with accessories that it's much
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah.
so
I think Jules just answered it for you.
so I have a reason. So if you tax your body, right, your whole nervous system, everything is like shot. So from what I read, 3 to 4 minutes, you pretty much get a complete reset. So if you're trying to do a heavy movement, gain strength from that, you reset and you start over. And then your second lift is just as good as your first, third is just as good as your second and first.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
So that's where I'm coming
But I
from.
feel like-
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes down to whatever your goal is too,
Right.
though.
Yeah.
Because
So you
like,
kind of like,
But like mentally,
are you? Go ahead.
mentally, it's just like if I don't feel that pump, I feel like what is going on here?
Like, what is the point of
Yeah,
this?
like,
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing nothing.
But that's
No.
like a bodybuilder thing, you know.
yeah.
And that was gonna be my question. Like, do you care about a pump when you're in the gym? Or I feel like you're more focused on like your endurance and your strength.
Yeah, I mean, like strength. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, like, obviously, if you get like a pump and stuff, it's like it's cool. You're like, oh, I feel like you did something. But at the same time, if you like write a journal and like you like I did X amount of weight, and then you flip back and you're like you progressively move forward, and you can see your numbers going up. Mentally, I'm like, okay, I'm doing something. So if I can visually see it, I'm good. So it's almost like my visual is your physical pump thing. So
Okay. I just
I mean, you could do both. Like, you can get stronger and get a pump.
I'm just like a fiend for the pump.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes a pump does occur, depending on what I'm doing, like what movement. But that's usually not my
That's not your objective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
overall. Yeah, I'm just trying to get overall, like,
So yeah, I get
yeah,
it. The pump just makes me feel like I'm like, let's go, let's get it.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like that's what I. Because if not, I'm just like, all right, cool. Like
yeah. Well, you definitely get more muscle growth and size with the shorter rep ranges because your muscles always getting full of blood, expanding. You know, so that's where I come. Like that's where I see.
Well,
I agree with
And I'm pretty sure, I don't know where I saw this, but I feel like there have been studies where like it shows that if you get a pump, you're like more likely to get gains from that versus, and it's like what you were saying, like it's because you're getting more blood in that muscle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
But that's where the going back to where my rep ranges are from the 15 15, 15 15 15, and maxing the weight. Like my pump per se is at the 15 or 20 at the I'm all warmed up, everything's good to go, and then I can like tax myself.
Yeah.
So it's I guess playing with however you.
Yeah.
But you like that consistent. I'm
I
like,
just like the consistent.
Yeah.
Like when people interrupt me and try and talk to me, like for a long period of time, like got cut off after a minute because like a minute or two.
Some people are just talkers in the gym.
Yo,
It's like,
and I hate
So-
that for real. That's like bothers me. Like go to like a social club and talk.
yeah, but people think the gym is their social club.
I mean, I can see after or like, like do a set and like you want to talk to me, but like
Yeah.
in the middle of the workout, it bothers me.
We're gonna have to do a whole episode
Yeah,
on gym
seriously.
etiquette.
Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
for real.
Cool. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to add to sets, rep ranges, optimization?
No, I mean it's I guess depending on what your goal is. I mean, as we both all of us gave like a variations. You just have to guess fit whatever your goal is and apply. What you want to do, and even like
Goal was the goal. Top is the prize.
right. But
Yep.
but you can take a little bit of what we talked about and maybe incorporate, because each one, like supersets, have different rep ranges and stuff. You can probably revamp your workout and
Sure.
Right.
tweak it a little bit.
And I think there's something to be said with like playing around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like your body gets used to whatever you're doing eventually. So like
Yeah.
it's cool
Yeah.
to like switch up.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why
if
I was
you're-
like, switching up. With,
Yeah.
Like even when like with your workouts, he like works out completely different.
Yeah.
Than I do, and like I'm cool with that because it's something different. My body's
Yep.
not used to that.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's like different stresses.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us for our next episode. Thanks. See ya.